So in Kenosha, Wisconsin, this has been the second night of protesters and rioting and fires and damage. Today it is Tuesday. It is August the 25th. The year is 2020, and we're still having all these riots and protests over police shootings. I watched the police shooting of this young man, Jacob Blake, and he was shot and severely injured right in front of his own children who were sitting in the backseat of the car. Some people are criticizing him, some people are criticizing the police, but clearly something went awry here. This man was supposedly breaking up a fight between two women when the police came along, and I guess they decided that they were going to make him the bad guy in all this. I'm not too sure. We don't have video leading up to what took place, but they do have. It is well known that he was breaking up a fight. He was not involved in the fight at all. As to why he, there's a lot of why. But clearly, I firmly believe had this man been white, he would not have been shot. We've seen video after encounters, white people having encounters with the police where they do not follow the police orders, and they were not shot, they were not killed, they are still alive and well today. That officer shot that man 7 times in the back. 7. One bullet wasn't enough, but 7. He unloaded the gun in him. And this is why these police officers have to be defunded, because they let their racist emotions loose. This is their time. A lot of these officers, they don't like black folks. They never like black folks because this is America. They're just racist. Let's just face it. A lot of people go work for the police department and their hearts are not in the right place. They're just not. This man unloaded 7 bullets at man. 7 times he shot him. And we've seen this over and over and over and over and over again. We are not new to this type of extreme shootings by the police. It's been going on forever. Now the riots in Wisconsin. The people are angry. They went to a dealership and burned up 50 cars. They burned down businesses and grocery stores and everything. I don't know if it's in their community or not because I don't live there. I don't know if they ran across. I couldn't even tell you. I'm not there. But I do know that I think people are angry. And I'm not justifying the rioting and the looting and the burning down of the city. But that's our American history, though. A lot of us don't know the history of our country. People have been rioting, looting just since they arrived here. The whole country was looted, stolen. They stole people from Africa, us black folks from Africa, the slave in that country works for free for 400 years, free labor. This country has been built upon theft, deception, chaos, confusion, and just flat out evilness that we can't even describe. I'd have to do 1,000 videos to cover the type of atrocities that have taken place in this country. White folks have been rioting since I never forget a story a few years back about a riot that took place in Illinois before I was even born. Where a black family moved into a white neighborhood, and this black family, riots broke out, and they burned the house down where the black family had moved into. See, riots have been going on in this country forever and ever and ever. The violence you see in these streets, that's been ingrained in our history and ingrained into our DNA as people who live in this country. Nothing will change peacefully, and nothing has ever changed peacefully in this country. And if you think the Civil Rights Act was passed because of protesting, no, the Civil Rights Act was passed because people were astonished at the violence the police had against black people. And they watched this stuff at this point on television, and they were shocked. That's how the Civil Rights Act laws got passed, and people's hearts began to somewhat change. I would say change. But it wasn't because of peaceful protest, it was because of the violence they saw. And they couldn't believe their eyes that this was happening. And it wasn't just people in the United States, it was this stuff was seen around the world. And people said, that's what's happening in the United States? See, we don't know our history of this country because it's been whitewashed, covered up, hidden from a lot of people. And if you don't research and look for it, you won't find it. But America ain't never been great, and especially for black folks. So now I see these people walk around with these "Make America Great" hats on by Donald Trump, and the Trump supporters just suffer from mental illness. I probably say where I get this cup from. I had to grab something fast. I needed some water. I didn't feel like washing out a glass because everything else is in the dishwasher. I need to buy some more glass. We done broke so many glasses over here. You know, you buy them cheap glasses, and as soon as it comes out the dishwasher and they're cracked and broke, they throw it in the trash. But we down to 2 glasses in this house, so it's like I need to go my ass back up to the Walmart or Target or something, buy a box of glasses around. I need to stop and do that. I just haven't had the time to. I better do something, do it fast. We got two out of a set of 12. Was it 12 in there? I don't know, maybe 6. I don't know. And then when I moved in here, I gave away the glasses I had, but foolishly. Now I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, that's another story. Domestic life here in Atlanta. Yeah, but it's disappointing. I'm reading a lot of these comments. There'll be more police shootings. Don't for a second think there won't be, because nothing has changed the way these police are trained, and you can't change a person's heart. If white people don't like you, they don't like you. And I've had some encounters with white folks that were pleasant, but I had some encounters with white folks that was downright despicable. And in many instances, I didn't know these white people. But the stuff that came out their mouth was rather shocking to me. Now, I'm no longer shocked at 50 years of age. I kind of expect their type of behavior from them. But they don't know no better. They're just living in America around white people is like living with an alcoholic. The average alcoholic is not going to admit that they are an alcoholic. So the average white person is going to admit that they have racist things going on in their head, mind, heart, and soul. They're not going to admit that. But some of the comments I hear from white people that I have had encounters with, not all, I listen to them. And the stuff that they say tells me exactly how they feel. Back when Earl and I were renovating houses, and I would meet these white folks, and you know, we had to literally hide the fact that we were 2 black people, 2 black gay men renovating houses. It was just a crazy shit that came out their damn mouths. And in many instances, I would talk with people who were interested in buying a property, and for some odd reason, when they thought Earl was going to be white. I never understood that. Why did you think Earl was going to be white? I mean, I never said he was white. And, you know, you can tell by the look on his face, like, oh, that's Earl? Really? I'm like, what do you thought? You know, see, I kind of figured it out after a while. But yeah, I know how white folks are, y'all. And it's unfortunate, but it's just the truth of the matter. And they won't admit the truth. All these white folks who support Donald Trump, they support him because Donald Trump's racist ways. But they say Donald Trump ain't racist. And but Donald Trump is very racist, and Donald Trump don't even realize he's racist, and the white folks support him, they don't even know their behaviors. That officer that shot this man, he was wrong. Now, so Jacob had walked around that car and opened up that car door with them officers with them guns and acting a fool like that. I would not have done that. Now, I don't know what led up to this. I don't know if he thought that he was just walking away. I don't know what was going on. And then they grabbed the shirt, and it's just, I'm sure they were saying stuff too. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't even want to try to draw any conclusions, but I would tell you what I would have done. I would have stopped, and I don't turn my back on the police. Hey, these motherfuckers crazy. I need to see what they're doing at all damn times, black, white, or whatever. They just that's how they train to be. And they're trained to shoot to kill black folks, whether we want to admit that or not. But anyway, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this subject because they still rioting and tearing stuff up there. And it's just depressing. It's depressing. But nothing's going to change. I did watch I don't know, Earl was watching the Republican convention. I just had to listen to that nonsense. And I thought to myself, wow, the lies I heard last night, I said, this is ridiculous. And I've come to the conclusion that people who support Donald Trump are mentally ill. It's a form of mental illness. I don't care what race you are. If you support that lying piece of shit, something fucking wrong with your ass. It's a form of mental illness. Something's wrong. Who could support a lying piece of shit like Donald Trump? Who? Sick people? Crazy people, mentally ill people. They're the only people who will vote and support this mess. It's sad. But we'll see what happens this fall. But anyway, today it's about 1 o'clock. I'm going to get the hell out of here, go to the gym to get my day started. Today it is Tuesday, August 25th. The year is 2020. And we're going to, what is this? I'm going to have to get up here and get my day going. There was some other stuff I wanted to talk about, but I'm still verifying a couple of things. But I did want to say this Jacob Blake, the black man who was shot in the back, who we were discussing in Wisconsin, Kenosha, Wisconsin. He's paralyzed from the waist down now. I would not have turned my back on those police. I would have stood there, hands up. I wouldn't have done that. I would not walk towards their car. When I deal with the police, I'm very cautious about what I say and what I do, because I want to live through the encounter. Luckily, I've never really had any. I've had some issues with police officers, but nothing to the extent where it was violent. I've never had a violent encounter between me and police officers. Never. I'm still 50 years of age, and I'm telling them we're going to have tomorrow. But I've never had that type of encounter that will require an officer to wrestle me around or pull out a gun, because I'm just going to be compliant. Because I know these motherfuckers will blow your ass away, and folks will be rioting and protesting for you the next day while you 6 feet underground. Fuck that. I will be alive in that thing picking me up a hamburger. Some places I need to grab if I get to that gym today. So anyway, let me get out of here. Today is Tuesday, like I said, August the 25th, year 2020. I look forward to reading y'all's comments, and I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day.